What, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Wayne James, and welcome to the Wayne Reacts. We got a spicy tea out here today, and yes, I'm talking about spicy. It's an allegation that is going out, flying like papers, flying like paper planes. We got Duke Dennis. Allegation is brought back up, and everybody is at Duke Dennis' ass. So this is the reason why we should leave the past in the past and just keep supporting Duke for being Duke, bro. Like, this is crazy. Duke allegation is brought back up again. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We on the road to 500 subs. Let's get into this. Shout out to Meezy. That's his name. I don't know how he pronounce it, but yo, shout out to that dude, man. It's good.
Apology is never gonna be as loud as the disrespect was.
Y'all can never let black men just be happy and successful. So for those of you that are not chronically online like I am, the scuttlebutt in the news of the week is that Duke Dennis has allegedly gotten a minor pregnant. Shocker, right? Big shocker. Well, this
What?
Don't do that.
Fuck, man. Dude, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Duke, what's going on? Oh my God, they got you facing backlash? Don't tell me this isn't true. Oh my gosh. Duke. Yo, bro, you got all the Riz. Not like that. Not like that. You got the aura for the younger YouTubers, for the young gens. I know everybody wants to say, yo, I want to be like Duke Dennis. Everybody around my block, they say, yo, I'm copying Duke Dennis. But bro, this is not how the way to solve it. I'm telling you, it's one of them. It's telling you, one of them obsessed fans. I'm telling you, it's one of them obsessed fans. They just pinned that shit on his name, bro. Look at this. Duke Dennis has faced these accusations before and addressed them publicly years ago when they first surfaced online. According to Duke himself, the allegations were orchestrated by the mother and sister of the man who killed his cousin and was subsequently in prison. Despite this, Duke maintains that he has forgiven everyone involved and is focused on moving forward with his life. So why they are bringing back up his freaking lifestyle, man? What is going on, man?
This story is years old, and it's already been debunked 50,000 times. To make a long and old story short, back in
Kai Cenat's friend Duke Dennis is under fire for allegedly impregnating a 15-year-old when he was 20. Realizing that I'm 15 and ruined my life with his Denzel Dennis. Damn, they got his whole full government. Yo, had his whole full government. Denzel, yo, Denzel, yo, that's slimy. They released his whole government, yo. Damn, they're not gonna call him Duke no more. They're gonna call him Denzel. Damn, his mugshot, everything. Nah, I'm still hating this female right there. The person who made that allegation is y'all really don't have no life, bro. Stop. Like, y'all leave everything that's negative about that person. Why y'all gotta brought it back up for? Y'all some lame ass dogs, yo. Like, literally, like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all going back to a person's information background for the past a decade, and you want to bring that shit right back up? How lame y'all are.
2014, there was a woman that came out on Twitter tweeting about how she was a minor and she's pregnant by one of her followers. And then in the mention, she goes on to mention Duke Dennis, who at the time wasn't the Duke Dennis that we do know, but will become the Duke Dennis that.
Wait. Oh, wait. There's people
pregnant by one of her followers. And then in the mention,
I gotta see the TikTok. I say TikTok. The Twitter. Pretty underscore blunts at I'm Duke Dennis at I think pink. LML, you a dummy. I swear to God, stay out of me and my baby business. Ooh.
Is you blurting out the...
Yeah, I'm blurring out the words. Yes. Shane Butterfly at Tombo at I'm Deshua, whatever her name is. I'm Duke Dennis at I'm Think Pink is still talking to me ? At Pretty Blunts at I'm Duke Dennis at I Think Pink. Bye. We'll see when I'm in your face.
She goes on to mention Duke Dennis, who at the time wasn't the Duke Dennis that we do know, but will become the Duke Dennis that we know today. Now, you're probably wondering,
Omar, if this is old news, why are you reporting on it today?
well, the problem is that it keeps coming up. These false allegations keep resurfacing, and we need to get to the bottom as to why they keep resurfacing and why people even give out false allegations anyway. Now, Duke Dennis did a slight address of the situation this time because he's already addressed it 50 million times before. Now, Duke Dennis has already addressed this 3 years ago, and his explanation back then was really all anybody needed to move on with their lives because ultimately they didn't really care in the
Shopify Point of Sale makes it easy to start and grow your retail business. All backed by the world's most powerful
first place.
The only reason why I'm in this situation is because somebody killed my cousin, bro. And the dude who killed my cousin went to jail. His sister and his mama went to the police and said that I did something that I didn't do because they was trying to put me in jail because it was some animosity and some disrespect going on between my peoples and they peoples, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is naturally understandable, bro. Your brother just a cousin. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of back and forth going on, a lot of social media dissing and beefing and things of that nature. And to this day, bro, Lord can strike me dead, but I don't have no problem, no bad feeling with the dude who my cousin. I forgive him. The girl who did this, you know what I'm saying, who went and did that, I forgive her. I went on about my life. You know what I'm saying? I got my record expunged. I was not guilty, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And whole time I thought that I wasn't gonna have to visit this, but y'all see what came up. And that's what the it is, bro.
See, the problem with false allegations like this when they go unchecked, though, is that people run with all these stories and run with all these lies, attach them together, and they give credibility to these smaller lies, which can compound to slander your name. Like this tweet about Duke Dennis being a child toucher who has 4 kids.
Duke Dennis is a convict. I'm going to say EDP because I'm going to cover the words. So it says Duke Dennis is a convicted EDP who doesn't take care of his 4 kids. You women sure know how to choose them. Another example of why you never listen to women or on what a real man is. What?
Kids that he doesn't take care of is like many piece together stories that only have any sort of validity or credibility because one false allegation didn't go unchecked for a certain amount of time. Nobody's squashing these things out, and ultimately they lead to your fan base switching up on you. But just like Sketch, Duke Dennis found out and continues to find out that there is no way to run from your past because for whatever reason somebody always feels like they have to bring up situations from the past in which have already been discussed, discovered, and put to rest. I think the worst part about this situation and other situations like this where there is a past transgression that somebody is discovering is that they frame it in a way as if it's something new or there's new evidence. Now, I understand that 100% of the time people are going to know your backstory. Duke Dennis, Kai Cenat, any other famous person in the world is going to continue to grow their fame and their celebritydom.
What?
Their star power. And with that being said, new eyes are going to be brought to their platform and who they are. They will have to find out the lore. And so if in that discovery of the lore, the genesis and the backstory of your favorite content creator, you do realize that, oh, there is this secret dark past about them that needs to be brought into question, I think that's perfectly fine. Hey, no harm, no foul. I can't blame you for being ignorant. But there's a thing that certain media outlets do or certain platforms do is continuously bring up things that have been already disproven, debunked, debunked and honestly dispelled as false allegations as if they were something new to the table. And the timing only seems to be right after a big moment happens in their lives or a big moment happens in somebody's lives that they're adjacent to. I don't think it's a coincidence that this situation was brought back up right at the end of Mafiathon, in which Kai Cenat and anybody adjacent to Kai Cenat had a lot of search and eyes on them. It's not a coincidence. But those that bring situations like this up as if they are new are terrible people. And they don't really realize, or maybe they do, false allegations can literally ruin people's whole careers. Now, in the same vein of this situation, I was scrolling and finding some tweets, and I came across somebody who was saying the most disgusting things about Kai Cenat and a skit that he had did with his former friend, or maybe current friend, Ron Suno. Now, I'm not gonna depict the skit. It was a childish skit and it was disgusting. It was Kai, Ron, and a young woman or a young person on a stairwell simulating sexual acts. But what's nasty about it is this specific person who had tweeted this out about Kai Cenat framed it as if the person in question was drunk and Kai Cenat and Ron Suno took advantage of them. Now, again, this is another situation that has been talked about numerous times, has the story out there, and it's been completely put to the side. But again, at the end of Mafiathon, when Kai's name is at its biggest, it doesn't strike me as coincidence to say that somebody would try to slander the name again. You remember when the OF model tried to give the misunderstanding and
The only fan model who shared photos of Kai Cenat sleeping beside her bed says she's not sorry for exposing him for alleging and not paying her.
interpretation that Kai Cenat was paying for her to commit sexual acts upon him, which ultimately didn't make sense because she was an OF content creator who was taking money for sex. So somebody paying for sex, I don't know how that's such a bad thing in the line of work that you do. It almost seems like you're insinuating that it's shameful to do this, but you're the one selling it. I don't know. But that whole situation backfired on her tenfold.
All right, it's some dumb shit, clout chasing, weird ass shit going on right now, bro. But it's all right though. I'll see you in court. Got you. You're saved as Layla Red in my phone. Kiara Rush. I'm on you now. Kiara Rush. We call you KR now. Alright? Go.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody's no sympathy.
To November. Stop. Stop. Flyer artist. Flyer artist. Hairstylist. Facial lady. Flyer artist. Layla Red. $50 for your Uber, bitch. I got you a Uber, bitch. $50. What you talking about, nigga? Stop talking about, yo, water my mother? Let me tell you something, bro. Stop speaking on me, bro.
Now, the whole situation divulged into a back and forth where they played he say, she say, screenshot this, screenshot that. And ultimately, what it came down to is two grown people decided to do grown people things. But again, this is about the framing and the false allegations that surrounded it, because the way that the OF content creator made it seem like is if Kai Cenat did something that was wrong. Now, it might be something that's frowned upon from a certain subsection of people, because I know a lot of people were thinking, why, if you are so rich, would you pay for sex? And hey, maybe it's a valid concern and criticism. But at the end of the day, she was selling a product. He bought the product legally with conversation and contract. What's so bad about that? And this is the thing with people in false allegations and trying to expose culture. They don't even think about the consequences and repercussions of some of their actions. We didn't follow up on her then, but she's come out recently now and said that the whole situation, she probably would have went about it differently. And I can guess why is because not only was it regrettable and nothing to really talk about, but it probably damaged her own brand and her own image and her business of selling her.
Okay, so let me tell you, let me just keep it all the way 100. So when me and Kai Cenat got into that situation, he gave me an ultimatum. He said, either I can put you on or I can give you this money. I'm not saying I regret it. Would I have not taken the money maybe the second time around, actually looking back how things turned out? Maybe, possibly, not saying I regret what happened, but possibly because maybe I could have made my name bigger than just taking the money. But then it still was in the back of my mind, like, do I really trust this motherfucker to really do what he say and do, you know, be who he is? So
Shut up. Oh my gosh. She just, oh gosh. Yo, you ever heard of the word, you ever heard of cancel culture? Like, why y'all still supporting these OF contents? I gotta understand y'all. Y'all some horny ass motherfuckers. I'm telling y'all are some horny, weirdo looking ass motherfuckers. I'm looking at you right in your eye and tell y'all some horny ass motherfuckers. Y'all out here beating on me, but y'all can't even find a girl on the street and do it. Y'all just go on expletive x. Nah, man, y'all gotta find a girlfriend, yo. Stop buying lotions, stop buying lotions and baby oil. Oh my god, I'm sorry. But for all y'all OF contests, y'all gotta stop hating on real people, yo. At least the thing about I'm gonna tell you the pros and cons about OnlyFans. OnlyFans does is y'all make money, y'all good. Y'all make like what 50K a month, 100K a month. That's good. But the cons about being on the OnlyF is don't have kids. I'm telling you, do not have kids. Cause once your kids come out of your womb and go straight to school, them kids is gonna say, "Oh, your mama's going go grop." Pause. And after that, your kid is gonna go feel depressed, taking pills, go right back to school and get bullied again. He'll end up on the news. You're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the kids' school system fault." It is the school system, but it's your fault too. You signed up. You know how you sign your life away to Cocky University. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I would say I wouldn't regret it, but maybe I would have changed the series of events.
Now, ultimately, you lost some clientele and you are known as the OF snitch. When people do stuff like this, I'm talking about false allegations, I don't know if they realize in the moment it's a selfish act and it's potentially career ruining for the person that they're talking about. And in some situations, some people's careers need to be ruined, but oftentimes I find these to be acts of emotion. So I don't know why they're thinking so short-sighted for something that could be super detrimental. I'm thinking about like the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation, which is complex, but that's another video for another channel. And then I can even think about the whole Jonathan Majors situation where he's essentially been blackballed.
The Jonathan Majors, that's what got me so messed up. Like he did a Creed and he was selling. That was like one of the best blockbuster movies of all time. Creed 3 was really one of the best blockbusters movies of all time. And after that, just for that, they see Jonathan. I think Jonathan Majors was a nobody. He did I know he did a few other shows and such, but they wasn't recognize him like that back then. And I think when he was in Creed, and they know who Creed because he was with Michael B. Jordan, and as you may know, he was known for Creed, and then his whole career take off, and he was gonna be on Marvel's upcoming Marvel project, and then this allegation came out of nowhere to say he hit her and beat her and all that type of stuff, Yo, I'll tell you, like, this is how they took advantage of black people. After that, he lost everything. He lost. I think he went to jail. I don't know if he did went to jail or not, but I gotta see the update about the charges is dropped, like he beat the cases or something. I don't know, but I just know that his whole career just like tarnished just because of that woman.
From a lot of different media outlets or filming companies because of the situation that happened with him. And even with Duke Dennis and Kai Cenat, doing nothing but continuing to rehash dead situations or come up with false allegations could do nothing but hurt and harm their careers from furthering succeeding, and that's not good. I come to the conclusion that false allegations and accusations happen for a couple of different reasons, and even though these things don't happen often, it seems that as people grow, as their celebrity gets bigger, it happens more frequently and the stakes grow bigger and bigger as time goes on. First and foremost, they can happen out of ignorance. Like I said in the Duke Dennis situation, there could be, and most likely there are, people who are not chronically online like you and I may be, so they don't know that Duke Dennis addressed this situation in the past. They don't know that this situation is no longer a current event. They don't know that this has been addressed numerous times. They're just ignorant and they're finding out the lore of their favorite content creator, and I can't blame them for that. The second one, and I know a lot of people say this, they're just bored and miserable in their home. I don't think that this is a big one, but there are people who are just miserable online and, you know, they do what they do for God knows what reason. If they had a job, they probably wouldn't get through with doing this.
Please get a damn job.
Third and more importantly, there are people that just do not want people to succeed in life. And I don't know if you ever met any of these people or saw some people in real life or on the internet that hate for no reason, but I think that this is the extreme level of hate that needs to be studied as to why they do not enjoy seeing others succeed, to the point where they would slander their names so much that these people wouldn't even exist on the internet or be successful anymore. And I think it's disgusting when I see some comments or some tweets about people that say, hey, well, because
he voted for so-and-so, or this person likes the Bulls and I like the Warriors, and I'm gonna make up false allegations behind them.
I think that that stuff is just some of the most disgusting stuff. And ultimately, there should be some sort of punishment for this.
I'm so tired of hearing that people want to sue for defamation and they don't even know what they're talking about. I'm not talking about the creator of this video. I don't even know the full drama for what's going on, and frankly, I don't care to, but you need to know this about defamation. Defamation is when someone makes a false statement about you to a third party and it harms you. To prove defamation, you have to show that whatever false statement that was harmed your reputation or your business or somehow caused you damages. Being upset about it probably is not enough on its own. It's important to remember that truth is the ultimate defense to defamation claims. So if what someone said was their opinion or it was true, it's probably not defamation. Like I said, I don't know the details for what's going on here, but probably 90% of the time when I hear someone say, I'm going to sue for defamation, they have nothing to sue for, and that is fake.
I brought up that clip because I knew somebody would say, well, Omar, they could just sue for defamation. Well, there's a couple problems with that. One, like that lady just said, people have really, really weak cases for defamation claims. I mean, I've only seen them really work in one regard. That's the Cardi B Tasha K situation. You know, Tasha K has literally been cleaned up by Cardi B for some of the allegations that she's made about, I think, her drug use and something with her kids and her marriage and stuff like that. Now, Tasha K has been beaten upside the head by Cardi B, and rightfully so. It's disgusting. But most of the time, that does not happen. The only other situation I know like that, and it's currently going on, is Meg Thee Stallion suing Milagro for the whole Tory Lanez defamation case throughout that whole trial. But other than that, Duke Dennis, Kai Cenat, Mr. Beast, or whoever can't go around suing Twitter user X359Y every time they tweet out something that is not true. They can't sue all these outlets. Beyonce can't sue Jaguar, right? You can't just go around handing out lawsuits, because not only does it take time, effort, and energy, it also brings some validity to who they are and more recognition to that entity that is tweeting out these false claims. Although defamation and false allegations are not that big of a deal numerically, it's still pretty harmful even when it happens to people. The only way that I think that people can currently combat these things is by taking to social media, uplifting and igniting their audiences and fan bases, and divulging more of their lives so that people can be more trusting of them or say that this is impossible of them because they were on different sides of the country. And sticking to being a good person is a pretty good general rule of thumb, but it means being chronically more online and giving more of yourself to more people. I think about the situation that happened earlier this year where Kai Cenat got wrapped up in a whole bunch of allegations with his friends. It started off with him hosting a New Year's Eve party, and then somebody at the party did something with somebody else in a room, allegedly took her to the room and took advantage of her. And there were some people that were taking things to the most extreme, saying Kai Cenat was in the room with this woman against her will, but there were also people saying that Kai was covering up this whole situation and helping his friend out.
Should I explain it? Like, cause it's like, bro, Kai could have helped find this. Kai could have used his resources to find this. He left her on red for 4 days. She had to find this herself. You don't think that's when Kai knows this, but he out in the UK, like talking about he got other to worry about. What the hell you got to worry about?
But I think as the story progressed and Kai Cenat himself came out more and more and spoke, people realized that this is not somebody who was involved in the situation. He wasn't hiding, and he put out what was probably not the best way to address the situation, but it was extremely genuine, which made a lot of people believe and understand who Kai Cenat is based off of the past actions doesn't add up to be the person that they are trying to slander in the media.
The person that's associated with me, I knew this guy. I'm not defending him once again. I knew this guy for a very long time. We went on multiple trips. You feel what I'm saying? Never was this. He's not that type of person. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not defending nobody because, bro, the way she was crying to me on that phone, bro, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I know how he looked. Scars on the face. Dreads. You feel me? That's for the law. If that's for the law to handle, though, that's none of y'all business at all.
And the same thing in the cameraman Chris situation. When Kai Cenat spoke about it, people could really tell that he was emotionally hurt and damaged based off of the actions of these people. And it showed that he had no parts in it because he had been divulging himself on the internet, expressing who he was, showing his personality, and people were able to believe him and give him the benefit of the doubt and give him enough time to basically explain himself. I think Mr. Beast is probably the biggest example of 2024 of people putting a bunch of false allegations and accusations on his name in order to slander him. I mean, there was a good stretch of about 2 months where people were eating off of dog pack videos where he talked about Mr. Beast being a part of these discords and touching on kids or being a part of setting up kids with Chris Tyson, and then YouTube channels on the commentary side putting out video after video after video after video where they were continuously slandering him with little to no evidence and just dog pack running around saying whatever he wanted to say in these videos.
He'll be in videos. He'll be in thumbnails. He'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much?
Yo. Yo, man, I'm done with this shit, bro. I'm sorry. I can't even watch enough. I'm sorry, Omeezy. I can't even watch enough. They be saying some stupid shit, yo. Yo, wearing a mask just to... You hear what he just said? He said wearing a mask makes you become a register, you know, make you be on a register. I mean, you can't joke about that, but seriously on the note, y'all stupid as hell. Like, literally, they doing a freaking challenge, yo. Matter of fact, I'm about to sign off of this, yo. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope you learned from these influencers talk, and this is life. And I'm gonna say like this: it's life, man. You know, defamation could ruin people's life. Like, literally, you could say anything, like anything. You could bring anything from the past. You could ruin somebody's life like that, and it turns out that it's not true. Then you just nailed that to the coffin. You can't dig it back up, but you just nailed it to the coffin. But if that shit ain't true, then you know it's over. So just be careful what you say. Be careful, because you never know, somebody's life will be in jeopardy.